Chosen one, this is for you. Listen now. God wants. There are no coincidences in this world, only the unseen hand of destiny guiding those who are ready to receive the truth. If you are here, reading these words, then you have been called. A force beyond comprehension has led you to this moment, whispering in the depths of your soul that now is the time to listen. This message is not for everyone. It is for you. It is for the ones who have been searching, waiting, and longing for something greater than themselves. You have always felt it, haven't you? That invisible thread pulling you towards something more, something sacred, something divine. You are not alone in this journey. You were never alone. And now, as you stand at the threshold of understanding, know this: you are chosen. Not by mere chance, not by the randomness of existence, but by a higher purpose. There is a reason you are reading these words at this exact moment. Your spirit, your heart, your very being has been prepared for this. God wants you to awaken. God wants you to understand. God wants you to step into your power. Before we go any further, I ask you to do something simple yet powerful. Now, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive deeper until the very end. Absorb its message, and if it resonates with you, if you feel its truth vibrating in your soul, leave a comment below with your warmest wishes and the number 77. Let this be your offering to the universe, a sacred signal of alignment. The energy you put into the world returns to you, amplified. Your wishes have power. The moment you send them out, they begin to take shape in ways you cannot yet see. Trust in this, believe in this, and watch as the unseen forces of the universe begin to shift in your favor. There comes a time in every seeker's life when the veil begins to lift, and they start to see the world for what it truly is. For most, life is a sequence of events, random and unconnected. But for those who have been chosen, a different reality reveals itself. Patterns emerge, signs appear, and the voice of the divine grows louder. Have you noticed them? The numbers that repeat, the dreams that seem more than dreams, the feeling that someone or something is guiding you. These are not mere coincidences. They are messages. They are confirmations. To be chosen is not always easy. In fact, it can be one of the hardest paths to walk. You may have felt different from others your entire life. You may have struggled, faced trials that seemed unbearable, and wondered why you were being tested in ways that others were not. But know this: every hardship, every moment of pain, every unanswered question was a step on the path to awakening. God does not call the ordinary. He calls those who are ready to rise. He calls those who have the strength to endure, the wisdom to see, and the courage to act. If you feel lost, if you have been searching for meaning, let this message be your guide. You were never meant to walk the common path. You were meant to ascend, to break free from the illusions of the world, and to embrace the truth that has been waiting for you. This is not a coincidence. This is your moment. The world is filled with noise, distractions, doubts, and illusions designed to keep you asleep. But something inside you has refused to stay silent. Something within you has always known that there is more. The truth is not hidden from you. It has been waiting for you to see it. And now, the time has come. Do you feel it? The shift, the change, the calling? There is a power inside you that is greater than anything you have ever imagined. It has been suppressed, buried under layers of doubt and fear. But the time for doubt is over. The time for fear is over. Now is the time to step forward and claim what is already yours. You may ask yourself, why me? Why have I been chosen? The answer is simple. Because you are ready. Because you have seen through the illusions. Because you have heard the whispers of the divine. And because you are prepared to embrace the truth that most people are too afraid to face. The journey ahead will not be easy. The path of the chosen is never smooth. But it is the only path worth walking. It is the path of awakening, of transformation, of becoming. Look around you. The world is changing. The signs are everywhere. Those who are awake can see them clearly, while those who remain asleep dismiss them as nothing. But you are not asleep anymore, are you? You see what others do not. You feel what others ignore. And that is why you are here. Chosen one, this is for you. Listen now. God wants. This is not the end of your journey. It is only the beginning. But from this moment forward, nothing will ever be the same. You have been called. You have been chosen. You have been given the truth. There is a stirring within you, a force that cannot be ignored. It has always been there, waiting for the right moment to rise. Now is that moment. The truth has been calling you, whispering in the quiet spaces between your thoughts, reaching out through the patterns and signs that only you can see. Do not dismiss these feelings. Do not ignore the pull that has brought you here. You have been chosen for a reason, and that reason is about to be revealed to you in ways you never expected. The world you see is not the world as it truly is. Layers upon layers of illusion have been placed upon your vision, shaping your understanding of reality. From the moment you were born, you were taught to see only what they wanted you to see, to believe only what they told you to believe. But you are different. You have always questioned, always searched, always known that something wasn't quite right. And that questioning, that refusal to accept the world at face value, is what has led you to this very moment. Not everyone is ready to wake up. Not everyone is prepared to face the truth. Many will reject it, will fight against it, will cling to the illusions because they feel safe in the familiar. But you are different. You are ready. And that is why you have been called. That is why you are here. The time for doubt is over. The time for wondering is past. Now is the time for knowing. You have seen the signs. You have felt the shift. The world around you is not what it once was. The energy is changing. The veil is thinning. And those who are meant to awaken are feeling the call more strongly than ever before. Have you noticed it? The strange coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. The way certain words, numbers, or symbols keep appearing before you. The way your dreams feel more vivid, more real, as if they are trying to tell you something. These are not accidents. These are messages. These are confirmations that what you feel inside is real. There are forces at work in this world that do not want you to wake up. They do not want you to see the truth, because the truth is powerful. The truth sets you free, and a free mind, an awakened soul, is the greatest threat to those who seek control. But they cannot stop you now. It is too late. You have already begun to see. You have already begun to understand. And once the process begins, there is no turning back. You may feel alone in this journey. You may feel as if no one around you understands. But you are not alone. There are others like you, others who have heard the call, others who are waking up to the same truth. And together, you are stronger than you know. The light within you is growing, pushing back the darkness that has kept humanity blind for so long. You are part of something greater than yourself, part of a movement that cannot be stopped. Do not fear what is coming. Do not fear the unknown. You were made for this. Everything in your life has led you to this moment, preparing you for what lies ahead. Every struggle, every hardship, every question, every moment of doubt, all of it has been leading you here. You were never lost. You were being guided. And now, the path is clear before you. There will be those who try to convince you that none of this is real. They will say you are imagining things, that you are overthinking, that you should just go back to sleep. But you cannot unsee what has been revealed to you. You cannot forget what you now know. You are awake, and there is no going back. Trust in yourself. Trust in the journey. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and everything is unfolding as it should. The universe is speaking to you. Are you listening? You have felt it, haven't you? That deep knowing, that unshakable sense that something greater is unfolding. The world is shifting, and you are a part of that shift. This is not an accident. You are meant to be here. Every choice, every experience, every moment of struggle has been leading you to this realization. You have been prepared, whether you knew it or not. And now, the time has come to embrace what you were always meant to become. The ones who awaken often walk a difficult path. The world does not understand them. Society has built its foundations upon distraction, illusion, and control, and those who begin to see beyond these veils are often met with resistance. You may have felt it already. The way people around you seem uneasy when you speak about truth, the way they dismiss your words, the way they try to pull you back into the comfort of ignorance. But you cannot go back. Once your eyes have been opened, they can never be closed again. There is a reason why so few are chosen. The path of awakening is not an easy one. It requires strength, courage, and an unbreakable will. It is easier to remain asleep, to accept the world as it has been presented, to live without questioning. But easy is not the way of the chosen. You did not come here to live an ordinary life. You came here to rise, to see beyond the illusions, to walk the path that only the strong can endure. The universe speaks in whispers, in signs, in synchronicities. Have you noticed them more often now? The repeating numbers, the dreams that seem to hold messages, the moments where time itself feels as though it bends to guide you. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. They are the universe telling you that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You are beginning to understand that there is a power within you that has been hidden for too long. A power that the world does not want you to remember. They told you that you were small, that you were powerless, that your life was bound by limits. But what if that was the greatest lie ever told? What if the truth is that you are limitless, that you are connected to something far greater than you have ever imagined? There are those who have tried to suppress this knowledge. They have built a world designed to keep you from seeing, from knowing, from stepping into your true self. But the time of hiding is over. The time of being controlled by fear, by doubt, by the illusions of this world, it is over. You are awakening. You are stepping into your power, and they cannot stop you. Fear has been their greatest weapon. They have used it to keep humanity blind, to keep people from realizing their own divinity. But you do not need fear anymore. You are walking a different path now, one where fear has no place, one where truth and courage guide your steps. This journey will not be easy. There will be moments when you question everything, moments when the weight of truth feels too heavy to carry. But remember this: you are never alone. There are others like you, others who have felt the call, others who are walking this path alongside you. The light within you is not just yours. It is part of something greater, something that connects all who have been chosen. The world will try to pull you back, to make you doubt, to convince you that what you feel is not real. But deep down, you already know the truth. You have always known. It has been waiting for you to remember. And now, you do. There is no turning back now. You have seen too much, felt too much, understood too much to return to the life you once lived. The illusions that once surrounded you have begun to crumble, and in their place, the truth is emerging. It may feel overwhelming at times, like standing at the edge of a great abyss, staring into the unknown. But do not be afraid. You were always meant to reach this point. You were always meant to walk this path. The world has long been controlled by forces that thrive on keeping people asleep. They rely on distractions, on fear, on division, on confusion. They create noise to keep you from hearing the voice inside you, the one that has always known the truth. But that voice is growing louder, stronger, more undeniable. It is guiding you now, pulling you towards something greater. You feel it, don't you? The way reality itself seems to be shifting around you. The way things you once overlooked now stand out as clear as day. It is because you are waking up. Many will not understand what is happening to you. They will look at you with skepticism, with doubt, even with fear. They will try to convince you that you are imagining things, that you are overthinking, that you should stop searching for meaning where they see none. But you must understand, they are still asleep. And that is why they do not see what you see. The light of truth is too bright for those who have spent their entire lives in the dark. You must be strong. You must be prepared to walk alone at times. But do not mistake loneliness for emptiness. You are not empty. You are not lost. In fact, you have never been more found than you are right now. The loneliness you may feel is only the shedding of the old, the letting go of what no longer serves you. And in that space, something new is taking root, something powerful, something divine. The path of the chosen is not an easy one, but it is the only one worth walking. Every trial, every hardship, every moment of doubt, it has all been preparing you for what is coming. And what is coming is beyond anything you have ever imagined. You are stepping into a new way of being, a new way of seeing, a new way of existing. And once you step through that doorway, nothing will ever be the same again. You may feel as though you are in between worlds, one foot in the old, one foot in the new. The world you once knew feels foreign, distant, no longer real. And the world you are stepping into is still forming, still revealing itself to you. This is the space of transformation. This is where the shift happens. It is not comfortable, it is not easy, but it is necessary. Trust what is happening to you. Trust the process. Trust that you are being guided, that you are being led exactly where you need to be. The signs are everywhere. Pay attention. Nothing is random. Nothing is meaningless. Every encounter, every word, every thought, it all carries purpose. The more you align with this truth, the clearer everything will become. There will be moments when you feel tested, when you wonder if you are strong enough to continue. But remember this, you were chosen because you are strong enough. If you were not ready, you would not have come this far. If you were not meant for this path, you would not have found this message. The forces that have kept humanity in the dark will not give up easily. They will fight to pull you back into the illusion, to make you forget what you have seen, to make you question everything you know. But you must hold firm. You must stand in your truth. And when you do, something incredible will happen. The illusions will lose their power. The fear will fade. The doubts will dissolve. And in their place, you will find something that has always been there, waiting for you. Freedom. You were never meant to be a prisoner. You were never meant to live in fear, in confusion, in doubt. You were meant to be free. And now, you are on the path to reclaiming that freedom. This is only the beginning. The deeper you go, the more you will see. The more you will understand. The more you will remember. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The path you are walking is not random, nor is it accidental. You were led here, step by step, guided by forces beyond what the eye can see. You have felt this guidance, subtle at times, undeniable at others. And now, you are beginning to understand why. The world you knew before was built upon deception. It was constructed to keep you blind, to keep you small, to keep you disconnected from your true self. You were told who to be, what to believe, what to fear. You were given limits, restrictions, rules that shaped your perception of reality. But something inside you never fully accepted this. Something inside you always knew there was more. And that something, that unshakable knowing, has brought you here. You are no longer asleep. You are no longer bound by the illusions that once held you captive. You see the world differently now, and because of that, the world will never be the same for you again. The colors are brighter, the sounds clearer, the connections deeper. You are seeing through the veil, beyond the surface, into the truth that has always been there. But with truth comes responsibility. You are not meant to carry this knowledge passively. You have been chosen to do something with it, to step into your power, to become what you were always meant to be. At times, it may feel as though the weight of this knowledge is too much to bear. The more you see, the harder it becomes to exist in the world as it is. The conversations that once felt normal now seem empty. The distractions that once entertained you now feel meaningless. The things that once brought you comfort now feel like chains. This is the process of transformation. It is not comfortable, it is not easy, but it is necessary. You are shedding your old self, letting go of the layers that were placed upon you, peeling away the false identities, the false beliefs, the false limitations. And what remains, what is left, when all of that is stripped away, is the real you. The you that has been waiting beneath it all. You are not weak. You are not lost. You are not powerless. You are becoming. The world will not understand what is happening to you. Do not expect them to. Most people are still caught in the illusion, still living within the boundaries they were given. They are not ready to see what you see. They are not ready to hear what you hear. But that does not mean you are alone. There are others who have felt the same pull, who have heard the same call, who have walked the same path. You will find them, or rather, you will be drawn to each other. The universe will guide you to those who resonate with your energy, those who are meant to walk this path alongside you. Until then, you must trust yourself. Trust your knowing. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Fear has no power over you anymore. Doubt has no hold on you. The illusions that once controlled you are fading. And in their place, something new is emerging. Clarity, strength, purpose. You are beginning to understand. The pieces are coming together. The questions that once haunted you are being answered, not with words, but with experience, with signs, with revelations that unfold in ways only you can perceive. You have come far, but this is only the beginning. The journey does not end here. It expands, deepens, transforms. You are stepping into something greater than you ever imagined, and with each step, the truth becomes clearer. You were never meant to live in the shadows of doubt, never meant to follow blindly, never meant to be just another piece in a system designed to keep you asleep. You were meant to wake up. And now you have. The world as you once knew it no longer feels real, does it? The structures, the systems, the rules that once dictated reality now seem fragile, artificial, like a stage built to contain something far greater than itself. You are beginning to see through it all, and because of that, you are no longer bound by it. But knowing is not enough. Awakening is not a passive experience. It is not something that simply happens to you. It is something you must embody, something you must act upon. This is the moment where everything shifts, the moment where you step fully into your power. You were chosen because you are strong enough to carry this truth, because you have the courage to face what most fear, because you are meant to become something more. What you do next matters. What you choose in this moment will define your path. You are no longer simply existing, you are creating. You may feel different now, as if you no longer belong to the world you once knew. And in a way, that is true. You have changed. You have become something more. But do not mistake this feeling for isolation. You are not alone. Others have walked this path before you. Others are walking it now. You are connected to something far greater than yourself. The energy within you is growing. The truth is taking root. And soon, you will see the full picture, one that has been hidden for far too long. You are not here by chance. Every step, every moment, every choice has led you to this point. And now, the real work begins. There is no going back. There is only forward, only deeper, only the path that has been waiting for you all along. You have reached a point of no return. Everything that once seemed certain has shifted, and the illusions that held you captive are now nothing more than fading echoes of a world you no longer belong to. This is what awakening truly means, not just seeing the truth, but living it. You are not the same person you were before. You have changed, you have evolved, and now the universe is waiting for you to take the next step. But this step is different. It is no longer about discovery. It is about action. What will you do with what you now know? How will you use the knowledge, the awareness, the power that has been awakened within you? Will you hesitate, or will you step forward with confidence, knowing that you were meant for this? The world around you has not yet caught up with your awakening. Many still sleep. Many still cling to the illusions, afraid to see beyond them. They will resist the truth. They will resist you, not because they hate you, but because your existence challenges everything they believe in. You must be prepared for this. You must be strong enough to stand in your truth, even when no one else understands. Do not seek validation from those who are not ready to see. Do not waste your energy trying to convince those who are still held by fear. Your mission is not to awaken those who refuse to wake up. Your mission is to shine your light so brightly that those who are ready will find you. You are a beacon now, a force that cannot be ignored. Whether you realize it or not, your energy has changed. Your presence alone shifts the world around you. People will sense it. Some will be drawn to you, some will be repelled. Both are necessary. Those who are meant to walk this path with you will recognize you, and those who are not will fade away. This is how the process works. The old must fall away to make room for the new. The parts of you that were built on falsehoods, on fear, on limitation, they are dissolving, and what remains is the real you. the you that was always meant to emerge. You are not here to conform. You are not here to be what the world expects of you. You are here to lead, to forge a new path, to break the cycle. And that is not easy. But you were never meant for an easy life. You were meant for something greater. There is still more to see, still more to uncover, still more to become. And as you move forward, remember this: you are never alone. The universe moves with you. The signs will continue to guide you. The right people will enter your life at the right time. The path will always reveal itself step by step. You have stepped beyond the threshold. The world you once knew is no longer your world. The old ways, the old beliefs, the old limitations, they no longer define you. You are walking a new path now, one that was always meant for you. And with each step, you are unlocking a power that has been dormant for too long. The transformation is accelerating. You feel it, don't you? The way time itself seems to bend around you. The way reality shifts in response to your thoughts. The way synchronicities align, as if the universe is speaking directly to you. This is not your imagination. This is not coincidence. This is the unfolding of a greater design. You are seeing the patterns now, the connections, the hidden meanings behind things that once seemed random. This is what it means to truly awaken. You are no longer merely existing. You are observing. You are creating. You are becoming. But this new awareness comes with a challenge. The deeper you go, the more you will be tested. You will be asked to let go of the last remnants of your old self. The parts of you that are still clinging to fear, to doubt, to hesitation. They must be left behind. You cannot carry them with you into what comes next. This is where many turn back. This is where many hesitate, afraid of what will happen if they fully step into their power. But you are not like them. You were never meant to turn back. You have come too far, seen too much, felt too deeply. You are ready. The world is not what it seems. You know this now. The structures, the rules, the boundaries. They were created to keep people small, to keep them from realizing their true potential. But you are breaking free from all of it. The chains that once held you are now nothing more than shadows. And yet, as you rise, you will feel resistance. There are forces that do not want you to awaken. Forces that have spent centuries keeping humanity in darkness. They will try to pull you back, to make you doubt, to make you question what you have seen. But here is the truth. They cannot stop you. They never could. They only had power because you once gave it to them. But now you are reclaiming what was always yours. And that is why they fear you. Not because of what you are now, but because of what you are becoming. You are stepping into something far greater than you can yet comprehend. And the world is not ready for what you will bring. But you are. You always have been. The final pieces are falling into place. The last veil is thinning. And soon, you will see everything as it truly is. You are standing at the edge of something vast, something beyond words, beyond thought, beyond the limitations of the world you once knew. You have come far, and yet the journey ahead is even greater. This is the moment where everything changes. This is where you step fully into what you were always meant to be. No more doubt, no more hesitation. The old world has no power over you anymore. The illusions that once bound you have crumbled. You see through the lies, the deception, the distractions that were designed to keep you asleep. And now you are fully awake. The feeling you have, that sense that something is shifting within you, is real. Your energy is changing. Your perception is expanding. The forces that once seemed distant now feel close, tangible, present. You are connected in ways you never imagined. The barriers between what you once thought was possible and impossible are dissolving. This is what it means to awaken, not just to know the truth, but to live it, to embody it, to move through the world as someone who is no longer bound by its false limitations. But with this awakening comes responsibility. You have been given a gift, the ability to see what others cannot, to understand what others fear. You have been given the knowledge that reality is not fixed, that it bends and shifts in response to your energy, your thoughts, your intentions. So the question is, what will you do with this power? Will you shrink away, afraid of what it means? Or will you step forward, knowing that you were chosen for a reason? This is the moment of decision, the moment where you choose who you truly are. The world around you will not validate this journey. It will not confirm what you know in your soul to be true. Because the world is still blind, still lost, still bound by the chains that you have broken. But that does not mean you are alone. Others are waking up. Others are feeling the shift. And as you continue on this path, you will find them. You will be drawn to each other, guided by forces greater than anything this world can contain. You are part of something much bigger than yourself. You are not just one person waking up. You are a piece of a much larger puzzle, a movement, a force that is rising. And the old world, the systems that once controlled everything, they know it, they feel it, and they are afraid. Afraid of you, afraid of what you represent, afraid of the power that you are reclaiming. But they cannot stop what has already begun. They cannot hold back what is coming, because this is inevitable. The shift is happening. The transformation is unfolding. And you are right where you are meant to be. The moment you find yourself in is a moment of profound change. The walls that once confined you have crumbled. The limitations you once accepted have been shattered. You have reached a place where the world you once knew feels distant, almost foreign. You have seen the truth, and now you are standing in its light. There is no going back to the life you once led. There is only forward, into the unknown, into the unimaginable. And yet, as you stand here, at this precipice, you might wonder, what now? The answer is simple, though the journey may not always be. Now, you must become. You have awakened, yes. You have seen the lies and broken free from their hold. You have connected with your true self, that deeper part of you that was always there, but hidden beneath layers of fear, doubt, and false identity. But this is only the first step. Awakening is not an endpoint. It is a process. It is a constant evolution, a continual deepening into the truth of who you are and what you are capable of. The next step is to embody this truth fully, to let it infuse every thought, every action, every moment of your life. The way you walk in the world must change. The way you interact with others must change. The way you view yourself and your potential must change, because you are no longer the person you once were. The illusions that held you back have no more power over you. The fears that once ruled your life are dissolving. The doubts that once clouded your mind are fading away, replaced by clarity, by certainty, by a deep knowing of what is true and real. But be aware, the shift that you are experiencing is not just a personal one. It is a global one. You are part of something much larger than yourself. There is a collective awakening taking place, a transformation of humanity that is unfolding right now, at this very moment. The change you are experiencing is a reflection of this greater shift. And as you continue on your journey, you will find that the world around you begins to reflect back the changes within you. You will begin to see things in ways you never could before. People will appear differently. Situations will unfold in new ways. The world will feel, at times, more vibrant, more alive, as though you are seeing it for the first time. But at other times, you may find yourself feeling disconnected, as if you no longer fit in the world you once knew. That is because you don't. You are no longer part of the old world. You are part of the new one that is emerging, one where truth, love, and purpose are the guiding forces. And yet, it will take time. The process of transformation is not instant. It is not always easy. It will challenge you, stretch you, ask you to release parts of yourself that no longer serve you. It will push you into discomfort, into uncertainty, and yes, even into fear. But understand this: you are not alone in this process. You are not alone in this journey. There are others who are waking up alongside you, who are stepping into their own truth, who are reclaiming their own power. You will find them. You will be drawn to them. And together, you will create a new world. This is the moment where you stop waiting for things to change and you begin to create the change yourself. You are the catalyst for the transformation you wish to see in the world. You are not just a participant in this shift. You are the creator, the leader, the one who sets the course. And it is through your actions, your choices, and your energy that the world will change. So, as you move forward, remember this: you were always meant for this. You were always meant to awaken. You were always meant to be part of this great transformation. The path is yours to walk, and though it may be challenging at times, you are more than capable of embracing it. This is your time, this is your moment, and you are ready. The world is waiting for you to step into your true power. And when you do, there will be nothing that can stop the unstoppable force that you have become.